Well, hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for June 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, this is your monthly reading for June. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But before I even start, they're actually showing me a very official letter in the water. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. So some of you may have an important document that you'll deal with this month. Maybe it's something you need to sign, or there's some sort of paperwork that's coming on in. I would pay close attention to your hard copy mail, stuff that you would get in the post, because there may be something that is very important that you'll have to deal with. It could mean that there's a document that is running out of date. It could be a passport, visa. It could be something that you really need to pay close attention to. I mean, it could also be a bank letter or something like that. But there's definitely some news coming. It's official news that you'll have to deal with. I get a sense that it's positive, whatever it is. I get a sense that it's going to be something that you're going to feel accomplished in, or they give me the word success. So maybe you've been applying for something and you get like a letter through that says you're going to be successful at it. I mean, it could be something that you've, as I said, applied for, that you've been waiting for quite some time, just to see if you get the official go-ahead on something. So I definitely see movement happening here for you in the month of June. Okay, now I'm going to, as I said, get all of your cards first. Just to let you know, June is a pretty big month when it comes to astrological events. Now, the main one, of course, is the planet of passion and power, Pluto. It does move into your sign. Well, it retrogrades into your sign, okay? So this is going to be a major deal for you. That's probably why I saw a letter there for you that's going to be extremely important. It's important in terms of business and politics. Now, of course, I don't like to talk about politics, but the energy is there, so I must mention it for you. Financially, we will see businesses cutting back or streamlining their expenses, and collectively, we will all feel the pinch, okay? When Pluto moves into your sign, it tends to mean that we watch our expenses, or we keep an eye on our budgets, and that's really in order to make sure we got more money in our own pockets, okay? So this is a month where you'll find deals, discounts, opportunities. If there's something, a large purchase perhaps you want to make this month, you will find it cheaper elsewhere. So you're going to get a really good deal there. Now, also when it comes to governments, you may see governments voted out during this time, or even brought down in some countries. It may not be localized to you, but you may hear about it in the news. So watch out for that. The energy is available right up until January 2024. So we will see major restructures going on in governments until then. I mean, there will be more sort of fluctuations going on after that, but there will be some surprise twists and turns as we move right through to January 2024, okay? I'm just going to get the rest of your cards there. Now, also, just to let you know, Pluto, it actually is all about getting rid of dead wood in your life. So on a personal note, you will feel more compelled to declutter your home life. You may start with items that you've outgrown or you no longer have use for. You may actually put them online to sell them on so they can be loved elsewhere, and at the same time receive financial reward for them. It could also be that some of you are thinking about decluttering your life in general, like your body, mind, and soul. So you'll be paying more attention to the things that you eat, exercise routines, and, you know, health care regimes as well. So I definitely see that you'll be focused a lot more on you. When this astrological shift happens, this is when you come into your power, because anything that you have been focusing on starts to become a reality. So it'll be very influential for you in particular, my beautiful Capricorn. Now, if you are in a career or you have a job, you'll implement new ideas that will attract promotions, more money, clients, or contracts. If you're an entrepreneur, this is also a very lucrative time for you. And if you do not have a job, this is a time where you will find one. Okay, so June is a very good month for business. Now, it seems like a bit of a juxtaposition between businesses streamlining their expenses, but they're only doing that in order to be more efficient, okay? To weather any economic storm, should there be one. And but it is also a time where we tap into financial abundance, because we do have a full moon entering the sign of Sagittarius on the 4th of June. Now, this is a great time to get clear on direction, make positive adjustments that align you with all that you desire. This moon is actually called the strawberry moon, so it is actually a very positive time to tap into that energy that's available to us all to achieve whatever it is you've been working towards. So set an intention, write it down if you have to, visualize, and watch it become a reality in your life. Now, also, you may feel compelled to take a trip or travel this month, because that Sagittarian energy kind of influences us all to dream of the quick getaway or even the great escape. So some of you may be thinking about relocating, emigrating, or even, booking, as I said, a vacation to take this month, or you're booking it for later on in the year. Now, if you're looking for love, Pluto and Venus have a connection that aligns to bring a deeper love connection if you're single, and reignite passion for your partner if you're already in a relationship, just to keep things fresh. I would also say the new moon in Gemini on the 18th of June is something for you to look out for, okay? It's a really positive time to check in on your inner narrative. If you've been a little bit more critical about yourself or a little bit hard on yourself recently, you're actually going to catch yourself doing it so that you can stop it and really have more compassion for yourself. We've got the Lover's card here as well. Look at that. They want me to go one more, which is unusual but interesting. Also, you'll catch yourself at it, and you will have, more support for yourself. So you'll realize that actually you're doing a really good job. We've gone through a major shift in terms of humanity over the last 3 years, and you're just trying to navigate the changes and move towards more stability, and the universe has your back. So there is definitely positive changes there, but you need to realize that you did this. You've navigated these changes and you've come a long way. And even if it feels like your goals are still far away, you actually realize in the month of June that they're closer than you think. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. Now, also, there is a major, you're going to be influenced by it quite heavily, because you have the Moon card and you have the Lover's card, which is the Gemini moon energy. This moon is called, let me get my teeth back in my mouth. This moon is called the Void of Course moon, okay? Now, there's a famous saying that goes along with this. Anything you start under the Void of Course moon bears no fruit. So on the 18th of June, if you can avoid it, don't sign any contracts, documents that are important, purchase any electrical equipment or anything that's, major that you have to give a lot of money out for, or relocate, or any of those things, or even start a relationship on the 18th of June in particular, because this energy is a void energy, which means, of course, nothing comes to fruition. It can mean that if you send a document away, it gets lost in the post. It can mean that, if you purchase something, you may have to put it back and get a refund and either purchase it elsewhere. So it definitely brings a lot of frustration. Now, it doesn't last long. The peak of the moon lasts, of course, for, I would say about 24 hours. 11 hours after that, it is a perfect time to do whatever it is you want to do. Launch a business, start a relationship, sign a contract, do a deal. 11 hours after the 18th of June, because we do have a wonderful alignment. Jupiter, the planet of good luck, expansion, and prosperity, harmonizes with Saturn, which is, of course, rules, regulations, and setting things up, putting things into process. Also, it conjuncts the North Node. Okay, so that's all about your calling, what you desire to achieve in your life. So it's very, very positive time for you to align yourself with good fortune then, okay? Now, your first card is the Star. So, your first card really was the House card, but the energy is the Star, the House, and the Scythe. So this really indicates that you are really identifying areas in your life where you need to declutter. You need to look at your home life. We've already picked up on the energy rather. But the Star indicates success. wishes, desires coming to fruition. The star energy also is about healing. So some of you, if you've been unwell recently, or if you've gone through a procedure, you're definitely taking the time that is necessary to do you and to heal before you get back in the mix again. Now, it says here, hope, recognition, goals, dreams, fame, wishes, optimism, progress, and reputation. So this really is a month where things come to a climax. You get recognized for a promotion or a raise, or get tapped for a bonus. Even if it is like, it may not be a major financial bonus, but it could be a bonus where you are noticed for what you do and appreciated for your skills, and you are in some way elevated above other people. So it could be like employee of the month, or there was some sort of incentive, shall we say, that puts you at the forefront to win something. And with the star energy, this is also about new ideas that bring a brighter future. When you get this card, this indicates that you're in a new phase of life. It's reminding you that all these ideas are important, so pay close attention to them. They bring a lot of growth, a lot of reward, and a lot of success. Also, the star, you know, for some of you, if you want to be in the public eye or known for what you do within your field, if you're in a working environment, for example, your ambitions will put you at the forefront and you will stand out from the crowd. So there's definitely, the spotlight is on you this month when it comes to your success. Now also, of course, the star energy does indicate far-sightedness. So you're looking to the future and you're making decisions right now, this month, that will affect your future, and there is a brighter future to look forward to, because you're building stability in your life and you're cutting anything out of your life that really drains you or tries to derail you, whether that's people, whether that's food, whatever you have an appetite for example. You know, sometimes we like a little bit of good stuff, and sometimes we like a little bit of something that's not so good for us. But I feel you are really focusing on the things that energize you, that make you feel really focused, that help you pay attention to whatever it is that's going on around you. I feel like you're cutting out foods that maybe make you feel lethargic, or that you are you know, in some way intolerant to, just so you can feel like optimum best this month, okay? But definitely you will see progress in all your endeavors. Even if you're retired, I feel some of you are making some major changes here, and there's a decision that you have to make, and it may be to relocate. Some of you may be going abroad or thinking about emigrating, or you're really focusing on where you feel like you belong. Now, of course, these are all thoughts and ideas and things that perhaps are going around in your mind, whilst at the same time, you have your 12th house and your 6th house influencing you. Now, of course, this can indicate that you also have to pay close attention to all your responsibilities. You know, paying bills, going to work if you do work, checking in on your family, making sure everybody's okay. And I feel like you're going to be running a lot of errands this month as well. So I do feel like you're going to be very productive. You're going to be, it's almost like if you've written a list, you're going to be knocking each thing off the list and you're getting stuff done. So it's really positive month for you. Now we do have the scythe there, which is about cutting out anything that perhaps has run its course in your life. This really indicates major change, and you are establishing some change in your life. You've even got the Knight of Swords here, which means you're making major lifestyle changes that will benefit you long term. And you're having the courage to put them in action. You're clearing space for something greater when you get this card. You're making space for something new in your life. Now, this could be new love. It could be new endeavors. It could be even a new environment, whether that's in the working environment or even in the home life. I definitely see that you are looking further afield this month and putting plans in motion that will benefit you long term, that you'll be very proud of, and you can be very proud of yourself that you actually accomplished these things. It says here, sudden removal, clearing, separation, you know, abrupt cutoff and shock. So you may shock some people with your decisions, but that's okay, because this is your life and you are living it the way you desire to. Also, when we get, we got the planet Mars there and the planet Jupiter for this card, and this can indicate that, yes, luck is on your side, but you are suddenly deciding to restructure your world in some way in order to rebuild it in a more efficient way. Your 12th house is influencing you at the beginning of the month, and that really is all about, sensitivity, your connection to source, or to your inner self, or a religion, if you do celebrate a religion. It's the most intense part of your chart, so you may feel a little bit more sensitive than usual, but you're deepening your connection with your life and with yourself and what you feel. It's time to achieve or accomplish or make yourself a priority is what I'm feeling. Now, you may also feel a little bit more withdrawn than usual as you focus on your goals and dreams. This time period can also bring up some fears and doubt about the path, because we really start to delve deeper when we're in the 12th house. So what if? What if it goes really well? What if it doesn't? You know, I feel it's really important to realize that you're feeling the fear and do it anyway. Most humans, whatever visions they have, they start to rethink them and think, what if they don't go well? But if you don't push past that, you'll never know. So I definitely see that you're pushing past any energy that is negative or tries to get in your way, and you're cutting it out to be much more positive, and you are bringing stability into your life as well. Now, your 6th house takes over from that, and that's all about routine. So it's almost like your 12th house sees you ruminating about ideas, things, all the possibilities that could happen in your life. And the 6th house sees you putting these plans in action. So you can feel sometimes that it's a little bit monotonous, but actually this cycle of repeat is actually focusing you to pay attention to your responsibilities, pay those bills, maybe work or cleaning, decluttering your life. It may feel boring, but it does help you set your life up to run very smoothly so that you can focus on the bigger goals when you are feeling that your whole life is running the way you want it to. So it is actually a positive house. It's time to focus on your health as well, and I feel like you're setting really good intentions and you're sticking to them. Now, of course, we do have the house there, and it says home, family, structure, comfort, stable, familiar, domestic affairs, safe, and privacy. Some of you may be doing some business deals that are behind the scenes, or you're setting yourself up to be very financially stable, and you're not telling anybody about your plans because you just want to make sure that everything's in place before you go ahead with it. Also, you may find that you have a lot of responsibilities this month in and around the house. Your family may call for your attention a little bit more than usual, so you may be helping them out in certain areas. If you have children, then you may be connecting to do wonderful fun activities with them, especially if it is like half term or holidays. So I definitely see that you will be focused a lot on your home life, and that really extends to doing some DIY, reshuffling, and things like that. But also, some of you may think about going into real estate, or you are in real estate, and you'll see some sort of positive movement in that area. You may be selling or purchasing, and it will go in your favor. Remember the 18th of June. Don't sign anything on that date, though, okay? Now, your first card is the High Priestess. So, again, this really connects to your 12th house, okay? So you are going to feel a little bit more sensitive than usual, but also you're going to be trusting in the unknown and also honing your intuition this month. This is a card to really connect to that gut instinct that you have. You have a very natural gut instinct. You're very intelligent. And of course, you've got your wonderful supercomputer of a brain, but also you have that wonderful gut instinct. I always say it is the first brain, because we always feel intuitively when something's not right or when something is perfect for us in our lives. So I feel like you're really tapping into that. And, you know, it's almost like your brain is giving the second thumbs up. And I feel intuitively you're making the right moves in life at the moment. And we've got the Two of Pentacles here. It's not the Two of Pentacles, it's the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. So I really feel some of you have got some plans in motion and you're trying to balance those out. And some of you may even have lots of fingers in many pies at the moment, and you're really trying to make sure that you don't burn yourself out or spread yourself too thin, so that you don't have to, it's almost like you don't want to always have to be extending your energy to do all the stuff. You need a little bit of energy for you. So you're going to try and find a little bit more me time this month. But the High Priestess is also a cautious energy, okay? With the Two of Wands, it can mean that you're trying to make some sort of decision or some sort of planning stages of something. And, you have certain expectations, and you may be putting plans in motion. You may be engineering these plans, and you want to get going on something. You want to move forward really quickly, but at the same time, you recognize that if you move too fast, it could be risky. So I really feel that you are trying to calibrate a pace this month that sees you in a really good position. Now, as you can see, this particular High Priestess, their book of knowledge and the ricochet or the ripples in the water, whatever decisions or whatever it is you are thinking about this month, they are far-reaching. I really feel these are big decisions that you're making in your life that will, it's almost like your future self will thank you for the decisions you make this month. Now, the Two of Wands, as I said, it is a card of ambition. It is a card of a yearning for something that perhaps you feel you don't have in your life right now. And some of you may have felt low energy, and you may be trying to look at your life and see what is draining your energy, because we have the Queen of Wands and we have the Courage card here, which are, they're two fire energies, okay? So some of you may have felt that you've been running on empty, you're a little bit exhausted, you're a little bit fed up with the way things are going, but you still, you know, you're still pushing through and you still have an appetite to achieve something that you are thinking about. Now, some of you, it may be that you're thinking about setting up a second stream of income, or how to run a company or something from your home, because you have the House card and you have the Nine of Pentacles here, so it is to be more financially independent. You may be looking at your creative talents and seeing what it is that you could do, or what it is that you would enjoy doing that would actually bring more finances into your life. But the Two of Wands is a really important card because it's creatively planning for the future, okay? So it is a card of you mapping your progress, seeing where you've come from, seeing where you are right now, and seeing where you want to go and what necessary steps you need to take in order to make progress. So I definitely see that your passion is your power and it will attract the right situation for you. You're actually aligning yourself to bring you what you need. So a lot of you will be doing a lot of visualization this month. Thoughts are becoming things. And with the Six of Pentacles, this indicates that the universe is sending you an unexpected resource, or a happy surprise, shall we say. A gift of generosity this month will be given to you, because I feel like you have been helping others and distributing your energy in a very generous way, and it's like a boomerang. It's coming right back to you, okay? Six of Pentacles tends to mean the universe steps in and offers you something that perhaps you've been, you know, praying for or yearning for quite some time. And I feel the universe is coming to your aid, okay? Is being fair to you, will give you a gift. Also, I would say, I'm just getting an energy here of throughout the month of June, you're going to notice, well, I feel like you're going to get something for free. Now, this has shown up in some readings in the past. So it could be that someone, you know, gifts you a free coffee, or you get a free something in the post with something that perhaps you purchased, but you were not expecting the free gift in the post. It could also be that a friend that you haven't seen for a while leaves a gift for you, or does a good deed or a good favor for you this month. I'm definitely seeing, you know, some really good things heading in your way that make you think, you know what, the world isn't such a bad place, okay? Six of Pentacles also indicates that you are, you know, really balancing your finances. You're keeping a tight rein on your finances, and, you know, you're giving a little bit, getting a little bit, and I feel like things are in the flow. You got the High Priestess twice, so this is a very philosophical month. You really reevaluating your life and where you feel like you belong right now. And also the Six of Pentacles is an important card because it indicates that you are someone who's a really good friend. You're almost like an earth angel, okay? You have been helping a lot of people. You've been giving your time, your energy, and they're just indicating that the universe is going to bestow benevolence on you because of that. Keep being your wonderful self, but I definitely see some goodness coming your way. They are indicating as well that you need to create or keep that balance in your life, because I feel things have just been a little bit stuck in a rut recently, and you may have felt yourself slipping into now don't shoot the messenger when I say this, you may have found yourself being a little bit more snappy than usual, okay? We all go through those periods, we're all human, but they're indicating that it may be because there's been something that's out of balance in your world. So for example, things may be ticking over okay on the finances, but you may feel that you don't have love in your life, or you desire love in your life. Or it could also be that perhaps you're in a partnership in business and, you know, your partner is not pulling weight. It feels like there's some sort of exchange in your life right now that feels just a little bit out of balance, and you need to create that balance, or you will be in the month of June. Okay, now the Courage card in the Resistance position can indicate that you've been struggling with something recently, and because it's covered by the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, some of you may have lacked inspiration, or you may be trying to you know, move forward on a project and nobody's helping you, or nobody's like you know, appreciating the efforts that you've been putting in. So even if it's in the family unit, you may think that you're doing a lot and nobody really appreciates you, or you may feel that you've been putting a lot of energy out there and it's not going your way. It could be in the working environment, or it could even be in the community. There may be someone that you feel annoyed with, who is not pulling their weight. Well, this will actually get back into a more balanced flow this month, and I feel that person is aware of their actions, and I do feel that they will diplomatically, I don't feel like they will apologize, I don't feel that at all. I feel this person will diplomatically almost admit they realize that they've not been pulling their weight. I do feel they've been going through something personal, okay, and they may tell you about it, but I feel they will actually get back on track. So if you're in a business partnership, or if you're in a, you know, a relationship, and they've been struggling, and they've just not been, you know, appreciating your efforts, I definitely see a recalibration this month as well. Now, if you have been feeling low energy or unmotivated, I definitely see that you get a boost of vitality this month. Collectively, we all get that boost of energy this month, and I feel you are going to recharge your batteries, and you're going to be in a state of productivity. You're going to be doing things that you're going to be so proud of. When we get the Queen of Wands here, it's in the resistance position. So again, as I said, some of you may not have been feeling as passionate about things as usual, and you may be just thinking, well, what is the point? Same old thing. But actually, you're in a more powerful position than you think, okay? Now, for some of you, if you're looking for love, okay, some of you may have been looking at your looks, okay, and doubting yourself. Now, my readings are not really about aesthetics, but this is coming up. Some of you may have been feeling like you've just been very critical on the way that you look. You're actually awesome, and you do turn heads, but you just don't notice it, okay? I do feel that you are very modest in your energy, and I feel even though some people see you as being a very confident person on the outside, you still have doubts and feelings. And you know, there's such a misconception that Capricorns, they're always just thinking about money, they're always just thinking about business, they're always thinking about doing stuff, but you're actually a very deeply feeling soul who is very sensitive and very loving and very caring. And I feel people who misconstrue you, they just haven't taken the time to really get to know you, or really taken the time to really see you as you truly are. And I feel also that if you've been struggling with confidence recently, I definitely see that you are building your confidence. And if you're looking for love, there is a soulmate connection coming, okay? Someone who is going to love the sort of person that you are. And, you know, so don't ever change yourself for anybody else. Be your wonderful self. This person is going to only have eyes for you. And this is someone who is very different from your lifestyle. This person may be someone who is abroad, or comes from abroad, and is either, I mean, they could be coming for a course of learning or something, or they could be, I mean, I don't feel like they're temporary in your life. I feel like they are someone who's going to stick around. This is a soulmate connection, and you and this person will move forward together. It's a very passionate time, okay? But I just feel like that spark, that lust for life, is coming back in the month of June. And perhaps some of you have Gemini placements, because there's definitely some energy crossover in this reading. With the Queen of Wands, some of you may be trying to get a project off the ground, and you may have felt it's difficult to find like-minded people, but you will experience creative collaborations this month. And I feel like you're achieving for your highest good of all. And you're going to feel a lot more inspired this month, inspired to like express your passions, your ideas, and I feel like you're magnetic, okay? Magnetic to attract love opportunities, or magnetic to, you know, rekindle that spark with your partner if you're in a relationship, or even magnetic to just attract, like the law of attraction, whatever it is you desire. Because at grassroots, the Lover's card is about attracting what's in your heart's desire, about changing the frequencies to match what you want and drawing it into your life. And at the end of the month, you really have a perfect, it's almost like a perfect set of energy to attract what you desire in. Now, we also have the Nine of Pentacles, and in the resistance position, it can indicate that some of you have been working super hard, almost like feeling sometimes that you're swimming against the tide. It just felt, or it's feeling like you're in mud, or you feel just like, oh, I don't know, there's this energy where you feel things come to a halt and grind to a halt, and things just don't work on your time, and you've been trying to adjust. Things will get better is what I see. Some of you may also I feel like you're really good with your spending habits, actually, and I do feel like you're going to earn more money. You're going from a Six of Pentacles to a Nine of Pentacles, because the card starts off in the resistance position, like it's in the reverse, but by the end of the month it goes into the upright, which means there's more money coming towards you. You're going to be able to save a little bit money for you. Also, it's about being self-reliant and relying on the resources that you've built. It can also indicate that some of you are being very conservative with your finances, making sure you protect everything that you've worked really hard for. Now, this message keeps coming up for every sign, so I've got to mention it, and I do apologize if you've heard it already, but I keep being given by my guides for people to check in where they house their finances. Okay, make sure that if you happen to be very lucky and you have a lot of money, then make sure that you are housing your finances in institutions that perhaps are not linked by license. Should there ever be an economic fluctuation, you would not be covered in terms of insurance for both. And that can also extend, I was given yesterday, which I did not know, it can extend into like insurance policies as well. Some places they have banks and insurances and everything like linked, policies linked. So just make sure that they're not linked by license, okay? Now, the Nine of Pentacles, some of you may be trying to get up an independent business off the ground, like you may be setting up like an Etsy store or something online perhaps, especially since you have the Knight of Swords here. Any ideas that you have are going to be very lucrative, and it may be a slow moving process because I get the Two of Wands energy where you have ambitions, great ambitions, but you're the sort of person that when you want to do something, you're like boom, 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 done it, okay? But everybody else doesn't work on your time. So it can mean if you're setting something up electronically, there may be a process you have to go through. You have to set things up. You have to wait 24 hours for things to be activated. I'm really getting a sense of, you know, you pushing forward despite certain delays, okay? But the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you are working towards more financial independence, whether that's having your own business, becoming an entrepreneur, or some of you may even gain more money in whatever career you're in at the moment by getting a promotion, a raise, or a bonus, okay? I definitely see a contract available to you this month. As I said, some of you may actually go into real estate, or you are in real estate and you may, you know, benefit financially from that as well, okay? I definitely see that, as I said, you're going to be more productive. You're very gifted at what you do, and I feel like you're tapping into your gifts in order to thrive. They're giving me the word thrive for you. Now, we do have the Devil card. Now, I feel the first energy I'm getting with this Devil card is that it is a Capricorn card, so I feel like you are coming into your own, and I feel like you're only tying yourself to things that are important for you, that bring success, okay, or bring you to a place where you feel calm, where you feel like you're attracting your dreams and your visions are becoming true to reality. But the Devil card also, you know, it's not a negative card. It actually highlights where we feel blocked in our path. It's about looking at the shadow self, looking at our thoughts, especially if your 12th house is influencing you. You're going to be thinking about a lot of, you know, mental thoughts, anxiety, fears, you know, that little voice that says sometimes, oh, you can't do that. That's just not the way it's done. Well, sometimes people are mavericks, and you are a maverick, my beautiful Capricorn. And just because things have a certain way of doing, because they've always been done that way, you may be finding an alternative way to do something and to be very successful at it. Of course, if there's like documents and paperwork and, you know, if you're going through legal means of doing stuff, which of course you've got to follow certain routes, I feel like you are getting it done in a quicker time than usual. But let me just pull a card on that Devil card for you, because it can also mean that you're tempted. Okay, for example, with your 12th house involved, it can mean that you're tempted to overthink things, or, you know, looking at your cards, I mean, there is love available to you this month if you desire it. But with the Chariot card and the Moon card, it can indicate that you're feeling a little bit uncertain about your journey. And sometimes when we feel a bit uncertain, we question and then over question, we overanalyze things. And if you've got a choice open to you in the month of June, because I feel like you have to make a decision on something, I do feel there is, how can I put that? There is the easy way or there's a hard way. Now, nobody really wants to do things that are the hard way, right? But one way may be giving you more freedom and independence, and it may be more difficult, but it may be more rewarding. And the other way could be that, because The other way could be like, it's really easy, but it may not be as fulfilling. So for example, a long time ago, I was in a job that was very, very toxic, but I needed the money and they paid really well. And it gave me an opportunity to look after my family and save and all of those things. But it was actually chipping away at my health and my psyche. It was an awful place. They treated people horrendously. And everybody I talked to, they were like, that shouldn't be allowed. That should be illegal. I think it is illegal. Go to HR. You're not allowed to be talked to like that, treated like that. Forced to do things that are just like out of the remit of your job description. And, you know, the environment was horrific anyway. And I was like, but I got to stay because I need the money, right? So it was the easy route. It turned out to be very difficult, but it was like a 9 to 5 position that was, you know, I was just on autopilot doing what they needed me to do for the role. And, you know, yes, the money was there, but it was horrific, right? But it was the easiest. Then, you know, I could have done stuff for myself, or I could have gone into another path, which I ended up doing. It was more difficult, but it was way more rewarding. So we have certain choices to make. And I feel some choice that you have, some of you may be wondering, should you do something independently? Should you do something a little bit more with stability? What I see with the Two of Wands energy and your nature, some of you are like, maybe I'll do both. Okay, so I really feel, don't spread yourself thin, but I definitely see that... okay, I'm really picking up an energy now. I'm wondering what that Devil card energy is. And they're giving me a song. And I've just realized what this song is. Woohoo, okay. I'm just going to go one more. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? 9 of Cups. Okay. So, the song, I'm just going to tap into the energy. Oh, they were only ever giving me that one line from it. Okay, never mind. Signed, sealed, delivered. Okay, so that's all they're giving me of that song, and it's a very famous song by Stevie Wonder. I do know this song. Finally, a song I really do know. Now, signed, sealed, delivered. Because of the cards that we just got here, and because I'm actually clarifying the Devil card, I mean, this song, I think, is about someone who used to be a part of your life, reaching out, who regrets their actions and wants to re-enter your life. That's what I think the song is about, if I remember rightly, okay? So you may actually hear from someone that you haven't seen for a while, and they want to re-enter your life. You get to choose, but with the Four of Wands is to reunite with someone from your past. And the Two of Swords indicates you're unsure. Perhaps you don't trust this person. Capricorn energy, you don't tend to look backwards. You normally tend to look forwards, okay? But with the Two of Swords, it can mean that you may feel a little bit uncertain about a decision, or you're considering your options. The Nine of Cups indicates either way, you'll get what you wish for, okay? So it's totally your call. You have a directional decision to make. And let me just go one more on that. Now, I mean... Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Okay. Yeah, because I'm picking up another energy from this song, because my guides just said, just listen to the lyrics. And the only lyrics they've given me is signed, sealed, delivered. So I feel some of you, it's more connected to either signing contracts or making a large purchase that will be delivered to you. Could even be that you're negotiating a better deal this month. Some of you may be selling or buying something. Now they're showing me, what's that? Okay, this is, okay, so some of you, oh, I don't like to deliver this message. Okay, they're showing me, they're saying a TV series used to also be called Signed, Sealed, Delivered or something. I think, well, I don't know this TV series, but they're showing me in the water undelivered mail, and they're indicating that people would investigate undelivered mail. So some of you, I don't like to give that message. Some of you may have a parcel or something go missing in the post this month, okay? I feel it will be recovered, but you may have to get the item redelivered or something like that. So please take that as it resonates. I feel more that it's to do with a person, though, from your past. More often than not, a lover, okay? That's what I'm picking up, okay? So it could be an ex that's reaching out this month. Again, nobody wants to hear that, but if you do want to hear that, I do feel like this person, I feel like they're still very indecisive. I feel like they will offer you everything that they're capable of giving, but I feel like they're very emotionally unavailable. So I feel like they haven't met themselves as deeply as you require in a relationship. So I got to be honest, I don't feel like this person can meet expectations in a love relationship right now. But it's your call. Whatever you want to do, you get to choose. Okay. I do see a wish being delivered this month. So if you're looking for a new job or a new contract or a new opportunity to head your way, there's definitely one coming on in. But more importantly, I do feel like there's financial news coming your way as well. The Devil card, it's really interesting. I don't see it as a negative for you. What I see actually, there's just this energy of tempted to let indecisiveness talk you out of something. Okay, so just watch out for that. You may feel like you have to compromise on something, but actually you don't. The Nine of Cups indicates you get your wish, you get whatever it is you want, and you will feel very satisfied with yourself. They gave the Nine of Cups to clarify the Devil card because they're indicating that you're building a life of fulfillment and that you should be proud of yourself, okay? At the end of the month, you will see that you should be proud of yourself. Now, we do have the Chariot card, so some of you are literally taking a vacation or travel. Some of you may even be thinking about buying a new car. I would do your due diligence if you're buying a car, and definitely do not purchase it on the 18th of June. What am I seeing here? With the Moon card and the Devil card, the Chariot card, I feel like there may be something hidden in, like, in the first card. I mean, take it for a test drive. Okay, because I do feel like there may be a hidden problem. It's not a dangerous problem, but I feel like there would be something hidden that you'll have to fix yourself, and you'll have to pay out extra money for it. So just be a little bit mindful, do your due diligence, okay? If you're like me and you don't know anything about cars, bring a friend along who does, or something like that. So just watch out for that. I just feel like there could be something that you'll maybe have to get fixed a little bit later down the line that will cost you a bit more money, and you may think like maybe you should have gone for another option. Okay, so I'm just going to put it like that. Now also, there also may be a hidden expense on a car is what I'm picking up. Oh wow, thank you so much, I'm so grateful. They literally just gave me a word breakdown. Okay, so I hate that. I mean, let me just pull a card with that. I never get these messages. Why am I getting this message? It's not nice. I don't like that. Okay, so, I mean, it's a happy outcome. Okay, I'm only picking the uprights in this deck. It's a happy outcome, but some of you, there may be, and this isn't, I'm only picking up like 2% energy, so not very big energy at all, may have a breakdown of a car in the month of June. But I feel like you'll wait, of course, by the side or whatever, you'll wait, and someone's going to come along, and, you know, I would say you're not going to get rid of that card, but I do feel that just check everything over before you leave for a journey, like the pressure on your tires, check the oil. Of course, you got gas, but check maybe the water levels, that you don't overload. You know, do a little check before, especially if you're going on a long journey, okay? Again, it's not dangerous. I don't see it dangerous. It'd just be frustrating, okay, because it may delay you. So I just want you to be aware of that. Now, moving on, we do have that Chariot card. I do feel whatever you're working towards, you're overcoming any obstacles, your dedication, your commitment to your goals, and making things happen, you're going to make progress, and you're going to see physical results of that progress, okay? The Chariot card also indicates that you're moving in the right direction, and you may have to make a decision this month, but tap into your intuition and it will lead you to where you need to go, and your heart will never lead you astray, okay? Also with the Chariot card, it indicates triumph and success, conquest, victory over anything that you're motivated to do. So be steadfast in your decisions, and I feel your self-assurance, your determination will take you exactly to being on target in your life. It's interesting, they're showing me a remote control right now in the water, someone pressing a remote control. So either you just literally picked up your remote control, or maybe you need to purchase a new one or put batteries in it, I'm not sure, but they're just showing me someone choosing a station or something. It could be that you are easily going to control a situation in your life, or you're making some sort of change and it's going to be easier than you think. Also, you may feel that someone has been trying to push your buttons in your life, and I definitely see that you're going to take a step back and really eradicate that from your life. So yeah, there may be someone here that you were annoyed with, who has been like either micromanaging you or questioning your power, or sometimes people, when you tell them something, they're like, oh, that's nothing, I did this. Or it's almost like their response is to have something better to say in the situation. Like, for example, if you said, oh my gosh, yesterday I went to the coffee store and, they were really kind. They just gave me a coffee for free on the house. It was amazing. And then they go, oh my gosh, that's nothing. I went to the coffee store the other day and I got a free muffin and a coffee and it was amazing. And you're like, okay, you know what? Good stuff doesn't always happen to me. So just give me this moment to really revel in the fact that something great happened to me. And they're like, they would never understand it because they're so caught up in their own narrative. Okay. So I feel whoever this person is that I'm picking up on, they're very insecure in their energy. And that's not an excuse. They will learn their lesson eventually when they're mature. But I do feel it's frustrating for you. And I see you withdrawing a little bit from this person or situation. Okay, that's very precise. So I'm going to move away from that as much. The moon card indicates something behind the scenes being lined up for you. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting. The moon can indicate that you're going through a major change or a major time for transformation and metamorphosis in your life, and you're aware that you have to release negativity and become a little bit more aware of the way you think about things. Okay, because we can all go through periods of negativity and everything's wrong, but I feel like you're really taking responsibility to be a little bit more positive this month. I know it's easier said than done. I've tried myself and sometimes it just doesn't work, but I definitely see you're trying to approach life in a more positive way because it attracts more positive results is what I'm seeing here. But they're giving me that the moon card for you indicates that there are great opportunities lying in the shadows, and some of you have a very talented gift that you haven't even tapped into, and you may actually tap into it more or refocus on it this month, and it is something that could actually become a business if that's what you're looking to do. But the moon card, there normally is a dog and a wolf on the moon card, and there's a pathway over the mountain. So some of you, there may have been restrictions or obstacles. You may have felt a little bit grounded or, as I said, unmotivated. There may have been some frustrating moments where you've been feeling a little bit confused or even unhappy with the way things are. But I feel like you're finding a way independently to overcome those obstacles through reflection and checking in with your inner self. Also, as I said, there's normally a wolf and a dog on the cards, which represents a bit of a struggle between independence and stability. So some of you may have that struggle going on right now, whether, for example, you may be trying to save for your own property or your own apartment, but you're living at home with your parents, and whilst you love them so much, everybody lives on their own terms and has their own energy, and there is, a fine line to find that balance between everybody's energy, and you may feel sometimes you need to compromise because you're living under their roof, but at the same time, you feel comfortable enough to be your wonderful self. So I feel some areas of your life you may have to readdress the balance. I'm just giving you that as an example of trying to create balance in your life, and you're working towards something but it's not quite there yet. Could even be like a project that you have in the works. For example, some of you may be thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, or some of you may be thinking about retiring, and it's in the works and it's not quite realized yet, but you're setting things up. I feel like you're lining things up, and it just feels frustrating that you haven't quite got to the place that you perhaps wanted to be, but you're closer than you think. These are two wolves there, so some of you may be questioning your calling or your path at this time, and I feel like a dream, or they give me the word visionary, a dream or something, a vision or something that you're passionate about, it will become a reality. You are creating your reality, okay, and you're heading in the right direction. Now we do have an Ace of Cups, and we got the Lover's card. Now, the Ace of Cups at grassroots is really about, seeing life from a more positive viewpoint, holding the feeling that all is well in your heart and it shall be so. okay? But also it indicates that you're about to follow your bliss or do something that you love, and the universe is actually offering you a gift this month to do something that you love. It can also indicate that love is being offered to you this month. You will meet someone who is on the same page as you, someone who is loving, kind, generous with their heart, and someone who loves you for all that you are, and vice versa. The Ace of Cups can also indicate some of you may find that you're pregnant or hear of a pregnancy. And if you are looking for a relationship, I do feel it is a long-term one that will lead to a high-level commitment. Now, some of you, out of the blue, and try and act, maybe I shouldn't say this actually. If you are with a partner, they may orchestrate a little trip, a quick trip somewhere, and propose to you, okay? This at the end of the month. So, I mean, try to act surprised if that happens, but, I do feel this person loves you so dearly and they want to commit to you for life, okay, whoever this person is. So the Ace of Cups, if you're looking for a new project or opportunity, I feel something that you love is being offered. There will be a contract that is attached to it. And I feel you may think this through first, but because I feel like you have a choice. There could be some options on the table for you. You will pick the one that really resonates with your heart, okay? But imagine yourself in all scenarios and see which one really ignites that passion for life or that fire in your soul, okay? That's the one that's calling to you. Also, the Ace of Cups is it's a call out from the universe for emotional care. So make sure you do take some time for you this month in order to have some more tranquility or moments of stillness in your life. When you have the High Priestess twice, it is to withdraw. It's to take a step back and really, either gestate on a plan or just find a little bit more silence so you can connect, introspect, but also, bring a little bit more spiritual practices into your life. Meditation, yoga, go to a place where you celebrate your faith. Whatever it is that you celebrate, I feel celebrating yourself is important this month too. Now, as I said, the Lover's card really is about the law of attraction at first. It's about whatever it is you desire in your heart, matching a frequency to attract it into your life. But also, we've already covered love coming on in and partnerships. Some of you, if you have a business partnership, I feel you may make some changes, and I feel some of you, you may be cautious about the changes to see if they work, but I do feel they will work long term. So if there is someone who is not pulling their weight or being a bit selfish or complacent, I feel like you will readdress the balance, and this person will sit up and they will start to notice actually they have responsibilities and they will make more of an effort, okay? Now, also with the Lover's card, it used to be called the Choice card. So I do feel like you have a lot of options to think about this month, some choices to make, but following your heart and your intuition and taking time not to rush things, to make decisions in a very measured pace will actually really benefit you as well. The High Priestess, we've already talked about this energy. So the 12th house is really going to influence you perhaps the majority of the month. This is a card where you are going to use your inner knowledge and your wisdom to attract whatever it is you desire and work towards things. This card, have faith. That's what it basically underlines. Have faith. All will work out in your favor. But do remember, thoughts become things. Remember, words are spellings out into the universe, okay? So our words are so important. Like, they're just reminding me, my guides are reminding me, and I actually kick myself because I can't remember the wonderful lady who was giving this talk, but something popped up on social media for me, just started playing. And whenever things like that just start playing, I'm like, there's a message here for me. I need to listen. So I can't remember, and I'll try and find it. And if I can, I will put it in the comments box below. But if I can't, I'm sorry. And she was talking about words being so important. And she was mentioning certain words like meaning. Now, that's a very important word, okay? We look for life's meaning. But she was like, break down the word. The root of it is to mean. But it's also, it can be a negative word, to be mean. So it was like trying to find alternative ways of expression in order to ask the universe for certain things. Because our vocabulary, some vocabulary, not all, of course. I'm only talking about, the language that I talk in, of course. So certain languages, they have words that have double meanings. Now, to mean something is to intend something to be true, right? Or to express yourself in what you are trying to articulate. But also, to be mean to a person is to be horrible, to, you know, be not living in your highest regard. So it's like, really pay attention to the words and the root of them, because the universe, it understands energy. Okay, so sometimes it doesn't even understand the words, it understands the intention that you put behind something. So it's really about looking at the words that we use, looking at the intentions, and changing certain words to adapt to what we want and give the energy to it. When you visualize, see yourself living the life that you want, not what it could be in the future. See yourself now living the life that you want. See yourself entering into, you know, an apartment that perhaps you want to purchase, or a love relationship that you desire, what they look like, what they smell like, what aftershave or perfume they may use, or if they, you know, don't use anything because they love being really natural. Whatever it is, see it in your mind and you shall have it in your hand. You shall have it in real life, okay? But pay attention to the words that you use. Now, the Knight of Swords, this is very important because I feel like you are excited to have new adventures, bring a little bit more spontaneity into your world. But also, this is a card of things gathering momentum. Okay, so things do quicken pace at the end of the month. You're having the courage to make decisions and changes that will affect you on a positive sense. And this is big lifestyle changes I'm talking about. Also, when you get the Knight of Swords, this is you really broadening your perspective and reacting to situations in a different way. So managing your stress levels, looking at you know, your thoughts, holding your visions in high regard, and knowing that you are very intelligent to make things happen. Okay, I feel like you're exploring outside your comfort zone as well. If you're not talking to someone new, you will be by the end of June, is what I'm seeing here. But also, you'll be given the gift of articulation, to find the correct words to express yourself, to be heard, to be seen, to accomplish great things. So some of you may actually give a presentation, or you may step into a position where you have a little bit more responsibility, a little bit more paperwork, but it is very rewarding for you. You get to express yourself, have more freedom, and also attract more finances as well. I do see that there is a person who will come into your life in the month of June, who will actually put in a good word for you. Now, that could be a member of the community who puts in a good word for you to accomplish something, or it could be a member of your working environment. Could even be someone in your family who puts in a good word for you to get something that you've been wanting. Okay, so they do you a favor, is what I see. I'm just going to go and get your final cards before I close your reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Okay, they want one more. Okay, so we have surrender, knowledge, direction. Okay, so knowledge, the gift of knowledge. And as I said earlier, I wasn't blowing smoke up here, you know what, I'm picking up the energy that you're a very intelligent person who is attracting some really wonderful things into your life, or accomplishing, you know, either your projects. Even if you're retired, you're focusing on things that you want to make happen, make a reality in your life, and you're on the right track to getting what you want. The gift of knowledge to inform others, studying, learning to know, and ancient wisdom. So some of you may pick up a course of learning this month. You may actually do some travel that is connected to that as well. Okay, so maybe a retreat or something like that. But I feel like everything you need is within you to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. We do have direction, so a lot of you will be focusing on your calling this month, being on the right path, finding your direction in life and your own North Star. Okay, so you can see that figure. She's looking far into the future, and she's a visionary. So she is making decisions now that will affect her future self in a positive way. We also have surrender. Okay, this is to know that the universe has your back. And it says no longer fighting or resisting, letting things be as they are, and allowing, giving up control. Okay, so I definitely see that sometimes when we want something, we want it really hard. We want it really badly. So we force it. And whenever we force anything, it just cancels itself out. Okay, so I always say visualize what you want, thank the universe, be grateful for its arrival, and then watch it come. Okay, step back, because remember, you've got the Queen of Wands. You are a magnet for what you desire. You are attracting it at this time. And we also have dreaming. So it says here, pay attention to your dreams, see beyond present reality, and pursue your dreams, because they will be very rewarding, okay? And you will accomplish quite a lot. So very good month. Definitely some good news coming for you. Also, I keep getting a nudge in my shoulder from my guide. Remember the Four of Wands. Remember the Four of Wands. Remember the Four of Wands. So they want me to obviously give you this energy on the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands this is a new creative phase for you, okay? There's going to be a lot of pleasure and harmony in relationships and situations, but the Four of Wands is preparation, okay? There is also celebration. So there is something good news, something to celebrate, but I feel it's because you're prepared. You've prepared for this moment. You've been waiting. You've been putting things all in alignment, waiting for things to happen. And also, the Four of Wands reminds you to get out and have fun. Life is for a living. So I definitely see that you may meet important connections this month. Things are working on your terms, and you're going from strength to strength, okay? You're headed in the right direction. I'm just going to go and get a rune before we close. Well, we've got 3 for you. Now, the first one, okay, so the Elk rune. So some of you, you may reunite with friends that you haven't seen for a while, or a friend does you a good deed, okay? Also, when you get this is to apply yourself to a situation and to lead with optimism. Something that you've been fighting for or waiting for will come to fruition. We've also got the Hero rune. Now this is all about your potential, okay? You are destined for success, or you're destined to do really well in whatever it is that you do, but we get to write the story of our life. We get to choose the chapters and the narrative. So I feel this is you battling away, overcoming some very difficult experiences. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there, because I know it has been difficult. And, I'm not saying it's going to be easy for the rest of your life. I definitely see that things are going to be a little bit more streamlined in the next coming months, where things do get easier for you. And I feel like with the Chariot card, you're navigating the bumps in the road. You're not giving up, and you're bravely moving forward. You're using your energy to make progress and be closer than ever before, especially to this rune here. I could feel it before I even saw it. It's the Sun. Sun is all about success, victory, clear vision, and looking towards the future, abundance, achievement, and reward. So I definitely see that things are improving for you. Relationships will blossom during this time as well. And I feel like, just doing the wonderful you, okay? I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Capricorn. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Capricorn. Love and light.